currently locked in my billionaire father's basement medical freezer, sitting right next to my biological brother's frozen head. 10 minutes ago, I found a dark web auction invoice on his desk. My parents didn't adopt us. They bought us to harvest our organs. My brother's heart was sold to a wealthy senator yesterday. My lungs are scheduled for delivery tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The heavy steel freezer door just clicked from the outside. My father is standing in the dim red light, wearing plastic surgical gear. He has a scalpel in his hand, and he is looking directly at my chest. He stepped into the freezer. His scalpel was already raised, but he forgot one thing. I was holding a heavy, frozen metal shelf behind my back. With all my strength, I slammed it directly into his face. The plastic mask shattered. He collapsed onto the ice, groaning. I scrambled past his body, running blindly out into the basement corridor. But the exit door wasn't leading to our house. It opened into a massive, hidden underground laboratory filled with dozens of occupied medical pods. And as I ran past them, I saw the faces inside. They were all teenagers from my private high school in Boston. And all of them were listed as missing on the news this week. The central computer in the laboratory was unlocked. On the main monitor, a digital ledger was actively updating. It wasn't just a donor list. It was a pre-order catalog for the elite. I saw the names of the buyers. The police chief of Boston, 3 Supreme Court judges, and the current mayor, who was on TV yesterday crying about the missing children. They were all paying my father millions to stay young and healthy. Suddenly, a massive red warning banner flashed across all screens. An automated announcement echoed through the speakers. Security breach in Sector 4. Outer gate sealed. Lethal containment initiated. And on the security camera feed, I saw my mother entering the elevator. She wasn't coming to save me. She was wearing a lab coat, and she was locking down the oxygen valves. The heavy metal vents above me slammed shut. The automated voice on the speaker began counting down. Oxygen levels at 15%. My chest felt tight. My lungs were burning. I looked at the teenagers trapped inside the medical pods around me. Their life support screens were glitching, turning into dead black lines. My mother was purging the entire facility to cover up their crimes. I ran to the main control panel, trying to bypass the lockdown with my father's security card. But the card reader flashed amber. Access denied. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocked the far corner of the lab. The glass wall of a central research tank shattered into a million fragments. And something began crawling out from the dark water inside. The thing crawling out of the tank wasn't an experiment. It was my brother. The medical files were a lie. They didn't take his organs. They used him as the living biological core for the entire server network. His eyes opened, looking straight into mine through the wet wires. He didn't scream. He just mouthed 2 words. Run. Now. With my last pocket knife, I ripped the central power cables from the wall. The entire underground compound plunged into absolute pitch darkness. The glass pods shattered. The lockdown gates clicked open. And the automated backup alarms failed. I don't remember how I dragged his body out through the sewage pipes. But I am sitting in a cheap motel room on the edge of Boston right now. My brother is breathing heavily on the bed next to me. And my mother's car just pulled into the parking lot outside. The headlights outside just turned off. I can hear her footsteps on the concrete path right outside my motel door. If you are reading this, the dark truth about Boston's elite is now on the internet. But ask yourself, who funded the tech that built your own city? What would you do if your own family was part of the harvest? Would you destroy the network? Or save your brother? Type your survival plan in the comments right now. And subscribe to Last Words Never Said before my mother knocks on this door. Time is running out.